Welcome to the Empty Netters Happy Hour, and where is Dan? All I know is when McDonald's and Burger King are fighting over a cotton candy flavored drink on their summer menu, we all win. Let's get into it. Gavin McKenna shocked the hockey world by leaving the CHL a season before his draft year, electing to go the NCAA route, where he'll play college hockey for Penn State. The 17-year-old said it was between Penn State and Michigan State, and while the $700K in NIL money definitely helped, he said he chose Happy Valley because, quote, I like the way they develop kids there. Ew. The long nightmare in Philadelphia is over as an agreement was reached on Wednesday and the strike is over. You can now pick up trash off the street corner. Philly girls are said to be thrilled as they hadn't been laid in weeks. Tom Brady was seen chatting it up and dancing at the bar with Hollywood it girl Sydney Sweeney at Jeff Bezos' wedding 2 weekends ago. And just this past weekend, he was seen having dinner with Sofia Vergara. Count Super Bowl rings all you want, but that is why Brady is the GOAT. And Tom will always be my guy, no matter what. But if he deflates those things, we are gonna have issues. Mountain Dew is caught up in an odd conspiracy right now, where every time they announce a new flavor, it immediately precedes a corresponding natural disaster. From 9/11 to the Maui fires, to the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse, to the most recent Texas floods. A shiver was sent down the spine of children everywhere when the PepsiCo company announced their new flavor, Mountain Dew North Pole Freeze. We're killing Santa now. We're killing Santa on this show. Great news. The Department of Justice and the FBI handed over a memo this week revealing that after extensive research, there was no Epstein client list after all. Huzzah! Apparently, they released a second memo saying that O.J. Simpson is innocent and Michael Jackson never touched a kid. And now, we'll send it to our correspondent in New York City.
Wonderful to see you, gentlemen. I actually find myself in upstate New York these days. The weather is still horrifically humid and the prices still suck. But the news does roll on. This week, Mattel announced the newest member of their Barbie fashionista division with the launch of a Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. The doll will come with a glucose monitor attached to her arm and an insulin pump attached to her waist. Global head of dolls, Kristen Berger, said that the launch of this doll marks an important step in their commitment to inclusivity. The best news about this new Barbie is that the commitment to inclusivity will be incredibly easy when it's time for diabetic Barbie to get her leg amputated, given that kids have been ripping limbs off of Barbies for decades. Now, in hockey and golf news, former NHL player Nick Tarnasky was recently seen beating the wheels off a guy at an Alberta Springs golf resort. To be fair to Nick, this guy totally had it coming. He was constantly getting in his face, talking smack, and never backing down. So much so that this must be some sort of a kink, right? I mean, he just so willingly keeps coming back after getting pigeon-tossed into a lake and getting fed blows while Tarnasky commentates each punch. I haven't seen someone this committed to public humiliation and being an insufferable piece of shit since Meghan Markle released her Netflix show. Anyway, beautiful stuff here in upstate New York. Back to you in the studio.
Now it's time for Be That Guy or Don't Be That Guy. Be that guy who doesn't explain yourself. TSA announced that now everybody can keep their shoes on in security, with no reasoning. So did shoe bomb technology fall so far that now they can be detected going through a regular metal detector? Or is it just complete bullshit like everything else you've said this whole time, like turn your phone off during the flight or don't put batteries in your bag? Oh, a lithium battery just exploded on a Delta flight. They had to emergency land. That's my bad. Be that guy who loves your neighbor. Livvy Dunne tried to make her first real estate purchase, which was an apartment in New York City, once owned by the late, great Babe Ruth, but she was denied her dream home because the people in the building voted no. What? Imagine getting to knock on her door when you need a cup of sugar, or when you're throwing that building mixer happy hour. There was a very real chance that she was going to do yoga on the balcony. or at least in the living room with the shades up. Don't be that guy who has to sequel everything. The Devil Wears Prada 2 was just announced, and it's returning a ton of the major stars, but can't we just leave it alone? That movie was perfect. It's the same reason no girl ever slept with me a second time. They said the first time was so good, doing it again would just cheapen it. Get on my level. Don't be that guy who fights on the golf course. And if you are going to be that guy, make sure the guy you're fighting isn't Nick Tarnassi, former NHL enforcer. If somebody doesn't dub the Happy Gilmore versus Bob Barker fight audio over that video, the internet has failed me for the last time. I'm serious. Someone do that and then send it to me, please. This week's Mr. Hockey Award winner goes to Leon Draisaitl. Leon went back to his hometown of Cologne, Germany, where he visited with the youth hockey team that made him, whose name I'm not going to pronounce in German, but they're called the Young Sharks. And Leon donated 29 complete sets of hockey equipment to the Young Sharks for this year and 29 more for next year. It's an incredibly awesome gesture. When asked why it was 29 sets, Leon said, well, of course, that's my jersey number. And then they said, well, maybe you could donate 52 sets because that's how many goals you scored last year. And then he said, what are you, insane? Do you think I'm made of money? And they said, well, you do have a 14 million AAV contract. You're the highest paid player in the league. And then he said, well, just wait till Connor signs his extension, then I'll be the second highest paid player in the league. And they said, well, do you even think that's smart? If you're getting 14 and Bush is getting 10 and a half and Connor's getting what, 16? Is it gonna be hard to build depth around that? And then he said, well, a healthy Zach Hyman would have completely changed the complexion of that series, and our depth is better than people think, and we probably have a goalie issue more than anything else. And they said, well, surely being the second highest paid player in the league doesn't stop you from donating 52 sets of equipment. And then he said, well, do you want the equipment or not? And they said, yes, of course we'll take it. And he said, okay. And then they left, but I heard it was a great visit. That is last call here at Happy Hour. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to the correspondents in New York. I'm craving a video game. I gotta stop drinking here. I gotta go home and play a video game. Someone send me something sick. I'm kind of a Nintendo guy, but I'd take anything. More adventure, the better. Take me back to Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, maybe Two Towers. God, one of those was sick. So give me those recs, and we'll catch you on the next one. Fighting over a coffee. What? Coffee? Coffee? Eddie? Coffee? That was actually fine, but I fucking could be better. Could be better. Could be better. The Long Nightmare. Whoa. Chill, Labatt. In Philadelphia. Fuck you. Fuck, I always look at the fucking monitor. Fuck you. Be a professional. From 9/11 to the Maui the Maui Flyers. Some kind of a sick team name, dude. New NHL team, Maui Flyers. Baseball. Fuck. I know, Ed, this is my bad, dude. I got fired up. Ed, we're not tailing the green screen, Ed. We talked about this. We can't tail wag into the green screen. One more. Get through it this time. You bitch.
This fucking fly keeps buzzing my tower. Now, in hockey and golf news, this fly is